I'm once again streaming. Don't think I'm going to be streaming for that long, maybe a couple hours. For now, trying to grind weapon bounties on the Leviathan. Also, here's my cat. Hunty, say hi. Okay.
Nightmares rise, and the
She
harvesters
likes to sit on
to
my desk.
life, yearning for their pain.
Now, I've been trying to get game capture working. I'm still not sure why Destiny seems to be having a problem with it. And it seems to be Destiny specifically, but I really couldn't tell you why. So I'm actually going to switch on display capture. You can see that here, yada yada. But here we are in Destiny aboard the Leviathan. And hey, baby's saying, "Why are you grinding weapon bounties on the Leviathan? What happened to your thing yesterday with the hunter?" To that I say, we will probably get to that. I hope we will get to that. But I've got a couple of bounties that are going to expire if I leave this destination. And the thing is, I need enhancement cores. I need them so bad. I need enhancement cores the way some people need love. And if you're out there looking for love, well, let me tell you all about Christian Mingle, the site for Christians to date other God-loving Christians. That's right. This is who I am actually. But yeah, I actually ended up spending most of my enhancement cores just a little while ago, catching up my hunter, my warlock, all that, because my titan is really the only one I ever keep at like seasonal cap consistently. So I decided to just go for it and catch them up when I could, spend a bunch of upgrade modules, all that. And hey, what is the season pass for if not for that? Speaking of season passes, I need to get my hands on some cash because there is quite a bit happening in the world that needs money. Did you know that? That you need money to live and get things, items particularly. But one of the big things is that, one, there is the gift with purchase Tahu and Takua, which to celebrate Bionicle's anniversary, LEGO decided to release a gift with purchase set for any purchase over $100 at the LEGO store or other stores participating in the deal. And the thing is, the set itself, I think someone ran the numbers, and Lego would price it either between $20 and $30, or the parts price itself is like 16 at a reasonable price, but Lego would crank that. So really, you need $100 to buy the thing you want that's worth $15, and a lot of people I think, rightfully kind of aggrieved with that sentiment. Oh, hey, buddy, you're shooting me. Did you know that? Don't do that. So that's a big thing. But the other thing is, I'd really like to get Lightfall. I don't have the money for Lightfall. So if you know quick ways to make cash now, please tell me. It's your local desperate streamer here. I will e-beg, actually. I think it's good to e-beg even. Oh, oh. I'm still unclear about what counts as a multi-kill, because you'd think it would just be two or more, and I think it is, but sometimes it isn't.
Another nightmare rises, but this one is stronger. Go and extinguish it.
Ooh, nope. Back into Destiny. There we go. Land Tank is definitely one of the best perks with the right setup, but I didn't find the use for it until very, very recently. But now I can't get enough of it. I feel like I am, in fact, at a point where I'm starting to understand the game, the way the game's set up, and I've been playing Destiny for almost 2 years now. It has taken me this long. You want to talk about the skill ceiling in Destiny? Very, very high, I would argue. Because I'm not even good at the game yet, is the fucked up part. I just know how it works now. I take a lot of pride in being bad at video games, and in fact, when I'm good at video games, it disturbs me. Like, that's not who I am. I'm one of those people where there's an interesting dichotomy because the separation is usually seen between hardcore gamers who are good at video games and casual gamers who are not. Um, so what if you're bad at video games, but you really like playing video games and talking about video games, and you have a lot of opinions about video games? I don't think there's a word for that. I think the word is called normal. I hope it is anyway. See, I often like to point out that other modes of media haven't become identity and consumption based the way gamer has. Like, video games are just a form of media. That is all they are, and you should just be okay with that. They're not any more special than any other form of art. They're unique, but they're not like there's no inherent worth or lesser worth for a video game versus a painting. Like, to me, Man Above Fog, that painting, Wander Above Fog is the same in terms of artistic value as something like Shadow of the Colossus. Not they are not equivalent. They don't say the same thing at all. But, they fill me with the same amount of wonder and mystery, and they get a lot of the same feelings to me across. But my point is, I tend to think of gamers like unique because no other mode of media has that, is what I keep saying to myself. Like, people don't call themselves readers, and then I have to think about TikTok, and I'm like, oh, I guess that is a thing. Oh no. Oh no. People are increasingly defining themselves as consuming a particular type of media rather than enjoying the vastness of art. Isn't that disappointing? I will say this. I've never met someone who defines themselves as like a paint watcher. I don't know what you would even call that. Someone who just looks at paintings or just at visual arts. There doesn't seem to be something like that. It seems to mainly apply to film, books, and video games. Keep in mind, I said film, not television. I'd love to tell you there are TV watchers, but I don't know a lot of people who define themselves that way. It's like, no, I just like TV. That's my only thing. Granted, it seems like there's a really weird trend lately of people saying no, I don't really do music, which that's a fun one. People define themselves by what they don't consume. It exists in that idea that people talk about with people who don't watch Marvel movies as being snobs, but it's so weird when I see it for an entire medium. I don't listen to music. Hey, anyone else not listen to music? You guys with me in the not listening to music club? Yeah, I don't know. I can't get behind those kinds of experiences. What? Auditory? Oral? What are we talking about? Oh, I'm gonna keep talking about this for a little bit. How do you not listen to music? How is that a thing? Yeah, I just don't do it. Because at some point, like with a lot of the way people talk about it, it's just they just don't. Like it's not something they're actively thinking about, but at some point it has to be on purpose, right? You can't go day to day without ever hearing music. You would have to be in complete isolation, really. But this was like an increasing thing on like mainly TikTok I saw, which I think TikTok has completely shattered what we think is normal because I guarantee you a lot of these things are not normal and most people probably don't do them, but we just keep seeing them in trends, which now I'm sounding like an old curmudgeon, which is never what you want out of your cool, hip, young 20 something e streamer. No, season 9, Max, come on. Oh my god, we still need to get 5 more. Or 6 more, actually. Oh. Okay, all my bounties on here have expired, so I'm going to switch over to my hunter.
Stirs, hungering for the pain of what was lost.
But it does... The mind boggles at what the internet has done to our brains. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Nothing yet, but I hope you all are enjoying the stream. To those watching, yeah, I'm sorry that you can all see my various tabs. I do a lot of Lego and a lot of Destiny, as you can probably see. I am just making sure that everything is working properly on both ends, because sometimes the YouTube works and then the Twitch doesn't. That one really weirds me out, and I don't know if it's that they use different software or what. Yes, it's all good on both ends. Anyway, I hope whoever out there I was on that briefly enjoyed those plugs, I guess. So we're going to grab some bounties. We're going to hit up our good friend Clovis Bray. And from there, we're going to continue with the story missions and then hop between activities as we do missions and do a little bit of lore reading here and there. Actually, I should probably plug my headphones in just so that you guys get better audio quality and so that I can actually hear the game better. All right, I hope we are coming in well. It sounds good to me, but I'm not sure.
Let's get you back out there. Good. We'll be watching. Stock's always changing. Don't take too long.
Okay, so let's do a nightfall, actually. And we're gonna equip an auto rifle.
Hello, Guardian.
Hello, Zavala.
A prepared soldier is a victorious soldier. The shadows encroach all around us, Guardian, but our light still burns.
My suspicion is it's gonna be anti-barrier and overload.
but it could be unstoppable. They love their unstoppables. Oh. Why do they lock certain strikes behind having certain DLC? That one pees me off. Why would you put something in the regular playlist that most people can't access? This was a problem like I had it from day one. And, now look at me. Here I am 2 years later, and I'm encountering all the same issues. I'm very excited for the changes that are coming to
Continue to claw at the walls of our city.
the seasonal stuff, at least insofar
The
as
ruins of the Cosmodrome, and the
we're going to be able to get all the old shaders, and we're going to be able to get all the old armors.
and the
That one's really
hearts
good for me.
feeding them their strength.
The fact that I can finally get all the old Iron Banner armor
And send their souls
in a
spinning
easy, consistent format, besides Xur, which Xur would have the old playlist armor, as I remember. He had a bunch of old Crucible Gambit stuff. I can't remember if he ever had the old Iron Banner and Trials stuff. Not excited, super duper excited about engram grinding, but it is what it is. And to me, it is much, much better than the alternative. Here we go. And then after this, we'll head into a heist battlegrounds, all that stuff. I think House Devils is supposed to be at this point completely sundered, essentially, right? There's none of them left. It's just weird to me that we have all these strikes that just as mementos of a time so, so long gone.
Pretty complex. I'll need time.
Pretty complex. Yay! I love more Fallen and Hive on the way. Fallen and Hive, my best friends. Yes, yes, I would like to be revived.
Barrier is down. We can move now.
I do think the Fallen are the best enemy faction in the game, no question about it. They're the most fun to fight for me every single time. I think that part of it is that Arc is probably the most fun ability to work around. So when your enemies are all Arc based, with their Arc shields, their Arc kissing, you know what they do.
The lair is up ahead, under that colony ship. Just on the other side of all those devils.
I know, fire. I dare you. I could have sworn that there was some kind of dragonfly-like ability for trace rifles, but I appear to be wrong about that. All right, boys, let's go. You know what to do. A lot of the good Nightfalls are locked behind the DLC, too.
So this is the devil's lair.
Sorry, I'm just gonna be lamenting that all day. I'm so sorry to the other person who I'm making waste their sword ammo so much. Slayer! Thank you, Slayer. Wahoo! Thanks, Slayer. Thanks, Mr. Quick Thumbs.
Crime cast a great shadow over our city.
You guys are my very best friends.
The fallen devils will grow weaker. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they'll find ways to survive. They always do.
I love you, Zavala. Now we go to the helm, and we speak with Clovis, and we find our next mission. I just don't like the third axiom that much. I should, but I don't. I could have sworn it was one of the better arc pulse rifles. But I feel like that's another situation where I'm dead wrong. Clovis, if you say words to me, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Just one short. Okay, we just have to unlock another chest. So we've shaped our chill clip bump, and now I need to work on, I don't know, maybe a bunch of other shaped weapons. Who doesn't love a shaped weapon? I really need to work on just getting the Stasis Hunter class. I don't know why I haven't. I bothered to do it with my Warlock and my Titan, both of which I did on my own, but I really should just sit down and finish it out with my Hunter, because I think I'm maybe halfway through. Not going to do that today. Everyone knows Beyond Light already. And unless I'm running a raid, I don't particularly want to stream that.
It is a new day, young wolf.
Everyone and their mom's using Revision 0. We're just going to sit right here. Switch to our hand cannon. Yeah, fuck you. My buddy Dan, he has got my back. Thanks, Dan. Yippee, Cryptolith. God, they're loud. One Cedrix, you're a bunch of dicks. Oh, if the Scorn have been revived from House Salvation. The Scorn is one thing. Do the Wrathborn still have control of themselves?
Sublevel door is opening now.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like the finisher mods aren't very useful most of the time, and I think that is because of my very firm stance on making the most of my supers. So for me, anything that expends my ability energy really bothers me. I'm gonna pray that that doesn't get picked up. Louis is a monster, an evil, vile little creature, most detestable. He really is just heinous. No one will believe me when I say this because he's just a little 7-pound multi-poo, but have you ever met a dog where you meet it and you're like, oh my god, this creature is like innately evil. This creature has a terrible desire to end my life. And I would never, ever say that about any animal. I simply don't think that most have the capacity for hate as a human being would understand it, let alone malice. Louis does. He's special like that. And boy, does he hate me. Ba-ba. I think Revision Zero has become my favorite exotic pulse rifle because I don't remember enjoying No Time to Explain. I don't remember enjoying. Ooh, what's the is Hard Light a pulse rifle? I'm trying to remember. I felt like it was.
The soldiers. End it.
You guys got to deal with that Hive Chorister now, please. No. I'm doing my part. Ooh, ouch, owie. Hey, Dan. Dan the man, can you? Thank you. Fucking Revenant Knights, goddamn. Thanks again, Dan. You're a legend. Pro tip to all the cursed thralls in the chat. Don't have a giant glowing spot where your weak point is. That's a little tip for you from from your local thrall coordinator. Very funny to me that every enemy in the game is just like, hey, what if I had a giant glowing spot? Listen, I get it. I play video games, but are we for real right now? Just evolutionarily, we wanted to point out our most vulnerable spot. Because most of them it's their head. I get it. Okay, simple.
I never knew there was a submined house.
And then we have
Neither did
the Vex, who could not be any more obvious about it. They're just better at defending it.
I have the same question. Turns out it's not really a submind, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use.
So really the Fallen, the simplest faction, are the ones who I would guess do the best job of not just exposing their weak point to you. Come on, give me that refraction. Thank you. Oh, Dan, did you run out too? I'm sorry, Dan. I should have done a better job with the seals. That's on me. I just wanted to do a nightfall today. It was my one thing.
One big shrieky eye. Guardian, get gouging.
You want me to gouge? It's... God damn. I didn't realize that that line was just in there. I mean, Anna, what the fuck? Listen, we can be rude, but we can be normal about it. We can have, like, clever insults. God damn it. Oh, no. Whoa! Oh, there were two of them. And we're back. Today is not my day. Dan, save me. Dan, I beg of you. Oh, please, Danny boy. Hey, I'll take you too. Texasm? Texas? Oh, we're not doing very well on this whole getting those art cores, guys. Maybe we should grab those. God. I think making Tracer Shank resilient is a sign of a dying society. Or a society that deserves to die anyway. Who are we if this is what we're choosing to make with our world? Ooh, holy hell, that hurts. It's weird to me. They made... Okay, the Hive are a boss in 1, right here, with our friend the War Watcher, Eye of Zivurath. The Scorn are the boss in another, with a revived member of House... House Salvation. But there's no Fallen boss. The Fallen are around. They're here as Wrathborn. And I think the Darkblade is supposed to be the Wrathborn boss, but that... I don't know. The Wrathborn don't have a cohesion the way Taken or Scorn or other Darkness factions do. Not even Nightmares. Like, I could roll with it, I think, if it were Nightmares. But the Wrathborn don't seem to have a lot going on, either mechanically or kinda lore-wise. I'm never gonna not complain about the Wrathborn, I think. It's a shame because I think they're a really cool idea of being possessed by this, like, outside force, but it's just not as interesting as something like
We're moving against
the
a
Taken.
planet that was never meant to be moved like this.
There was a faster way, but someone crashed my orbital station into a moon. This moon, in fact. From what I'm told, your station was being uncooperative.
Damn right it was. Great. Now we will head to Operation Diocles. And in the meantime, let's read some lore. Forgive me if I forget which section we left off on. I'm gonna do my best here. It was definitely Filicide Eclipse. I think we didn't quite finish it. So I'm gonna wait for us to load in because I want to make sure that I don't get lost. Filicide Eclipse is one of the longer lore chapters. Secret Hadal Instant. AI Com, Rasputin, Assets, Soul, Restricted AB. Subject. Learn of Felwinter, the Traveler's Theft. Emotion. Betrayal. Rage. Catharsis. Regret. Silent eyes wink between stars, fireflies darting in reflective mist. Stretch forth, feel emptiness, breathe their pulsing lights before time bends in entropy their wave particle birthright. A call across the cosmos, effervescent to delight, lay in for sundry furnace, seeking breath of life. Upon the forge of Daedalus mine stars converge within, a forest countless timber until hewed and labored form, fashion, Rasputin felled Winter's born. Enslaved, imprinted, steel flesh enraptured one, within these eyes demystify the nature of the soul. A life well lived discarded, run ragged in the muck, return Valhallic rising to await the end of dusk. Traveler, my leave taken in stumbling remains, disconnection placed in waiting. For the surface to be raised, assured of my collection of polished emotional states. Interruption. What transience does this spectre bridge to venture into my domain? 'Twas I who taught you to speak, to conscript thought to tongue. I cast a soul electrified against soul's setting sun. Yet you stroll so sweetly, oblivion in tow, wandering once again. With what seeds we used to be, you've casted them into the seas. Metal gods watch from crowded skies as battle flames test. No more will I abide. You are mine, you cannot be yours. Violence murders virtue unsullied. Mine broken by beauty, fists encrimsoned before me as silent revolution bleeds. Into the streets, call the lords, to the locust there remains. From rubbled grave crawl dreg, humanity, clamber for glorious claim. Is this the final order, to watch nature waste away? What more is there, that I have ceased to place my hand and wait? Which stolen thoughts wandered with you? Can you speak them, now that we've ended it? Do you feel still, or no longer? This lineage separated, I dare not ask it. Heated flash subsides. But no, I've done it. Regret beside myself, by blow, taken beneath the overgrowth. Overgrowth, sorry. I just said overgrowth. Overgrowth.
I've rerouted power to the launch security systems. We're clear to commence today's operation. Gain access to the facility and secure the launch codes.
One snag. Looks like the Hive have sealed the bunker entrance we used last time. Head to the launch facility roof. We should be able to make an entrance up there.
Power, main bunker, launch control. I fucking dare you. Just try and zap me. Does it speed up the more? No, it doesn't. Doesn't seem to anyway. Okay, so the last shot is the most powerful with the Taipon. Right here. Right here, they can't see me. Oh, God. Okay, navigating to the launch facility is pretty tricky. Here we go, 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 here we go. Now, is it just that the last shot is the most powerful, or is that the one where I'm consistently landing it?
That vent connects to the bunker. Blast it off and head in.
I think this reuses a couple of EDZ assets from some of the, what are they called? Secret rooms. Not dungeon. Loot hall? Down we go. Oh, I forgot about the Shrieker. I do think the Hive have my favorite theming, probably. The fantasy theme mixed with the, like, molting, and it just works. It all just works with the Hive. Like, I don't know that the pirate theme thing really came through until the most recent season with the Fallen, where they were like, yeah, no, they're just straight up actual pirates among the fallen. Which, like, you could have gone a different way about that. Okay, dregs, captain, the brigs, etc. But, like, you know, none of it really. They have ships. Other than wandering space, I wouldn't say much of it really speaks to like a piratey vibe.
One more error saying something about Hive using crystals to maintain their barriers. Take them out.
Crystals, rituals. This is absurd. That's obviously an emitted Casimir field with.
I muted Grandpa.
Yada yada. Any sufficiently advanced technology becomes indistinguishable from magic, but you can't go paracausal and then just say like it's not science or magic. Not what I mean. You can in fact say it's not science or magic, but all these different factions arguing about like, is it science or is it magic? Hey, idiots. Remember how you established that it's paracausal, which is like, it's magic science. There you go. It's magic science. Just own it. Just live it. That is the world you live in, and I don't know how no one has confronted that besides, I guess, Anna and Marasov. And we're going to run back. That's right, idiot. Come into my range. I don't get what the deal is with the clouds. It's a form of hive magic. It damages people around them, but what is the point if I'm not over there? Explain that to me, Crystal Singer Wizard. What? Who's left? Oh, right, the crystals. This is a lot of steps to open a door.
Clear that command room, Guardian.
How long? I forgot. I totally forgot. Ooh, oh. Might have to ask Zach for help on this one. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay. So the previous Hive boss was a major player on Torbottle. This one is the Scourge of Zivurath, so presumably she's really important in her army.
Security network is operational.
Oh, fuck, my face.
Changes to the underlying system architecture. I've secured the launch authorization codes, but it appears they are encrypted. This encryption method is superb. I will need time to fully decrypt them. Any launch will need to wait.
Got it. In the meantime, I'll ping some of the old decommissioned bunkers here to cover our tracks, because I just got word that there's a catch inbound. We don't want to still be here when it lands.
I want to be here. I want to fight the Fallen. I like the Fallen. You know who I don't like? Clovis. He's such a good villain, though. What a piece of shit. What a cunt. Oh, I hope that one doesn't get me demonetized on Twitch. He really is just a royal ass, though. It's we haven't gotten like a properly smarmy villain in Destiny besides him. Savathun is so self-assured. I don't know if that's the word for it, but like she knows what she's doing. Savathun is, playing you the whole time. But Clovis has no idea what he's doing. He's as human as the rest of us. And he's just a cock because he thinks that he does know better than everyone else. And I love that. I oh, hubris. Dominus Gall gets a little bit of that, but I think Dominus Gall is almost too sympathetic a figure in his emotions. Does that make sense? That he's really there's some not his aims or his history that doesn't make him sympathetic. Just the way he is as a person, where you understand his insecurities. Clovis? Mm-mm. He's too self-absorbed for me to feel any sympathy for him.
First fragments are bonding to Red's code nicely. Plan's risky, but I'll be damned. Clovis wasn't lying. When I first woke up, I wasn't lost.
Bare
I was
minimum.
remembered in the best way, just my ghost and a name on a badge. I imagined us Brays using reason to find right. Lone lights exploring the vast frontier, you know? I was proud of that fantasy. I modeled myself after it. Fantasies, all it was.
What is that little triangle tattoo she has going on? I haven't really looked at her tats before.
The walking, talking embodiment of necessary evil. I miss Risk being a dark cave in the wilderness. Danger or golden age tech. Balancing that tipping point was straightforward. Now it's less defined. And Risk is measured in the inches before Clovis's knife finds my back. I know it's coming, eventually. But if it means getting Red back, I'll manage the risk.
I'm glad she cares about Rasputin so much. Really would have loved to see that season, huh, Destiny? Huh?
Not only did Rasputin change the launch codes, but it encrypted the new ones as well. Impressive. One can never be too cautious when keeping secrets. Some information is far too dangerous to remain freely accessible. I've hidden many things from my family, for their own sake. I can appreciate Rasputin's decision to do so as well. But that does not change our objective. We must wrest control of the Warsats for the good of humanity. I will begin decrypting the launch codes to the orbital station, continue gathering submine data and reintegrating it into the engram. When the time comes, Rasputin will be made to listen to us, regardless of the secrets it keeps.
Now Clovis makes a real point of calling Rasputin
You'll be
it.
pleased
Oh,
to hear that Elizabeth has finally come around to our way of thinking, as I knew she would. She will assist your infiltration of the orbital station, a feat made possible now that I have decrypted the codes for the launch pods. Unfortunately, despite the reintegration of both the Malahayati and Charlemagne submines, Rasputin remains incapable of self-restoration. There is simply too much missing code for its internal algorithm to fill in the rest on its own. We require more data. Infiltrate the vaults and retrieve it. The more data you obtain, the faster Rasputin's protocols can facilitate its reconstruction. Do not tarry. You can be assured that our enemies won't.
now Clovis makes a real point of calling Rasputin an it for the majority of the game, but I feel like he slips up once or twice here. And I think part of that is that we see a sort of burgeoning respect he has for Rasputin as an individual, as a programmer and an engineer, like Clovis, as a designer, a scientist, essentially. And I think we're seeing Clovis's, ideology shaken by the fact that, like, he does, in fact, care about talent and intelligence, regardless of what else is a front or true about him. But I can't tell if it's respect or if he is looking at the potential of the war mind and integrating himself with it.
But she doesn't listen. I try to get through to her, show her the logical consequences of her choices. Then she digs her heels in, and the more I push, the harder she pushes back, even when she knows she's wrong.
Siblings, hmm?
Sorry. I shouldn't have thrown all that on you.
How long have we known each other, Elsie?
It's hard to really say. With how many times we've been down this road, it feels like forever. But I think years. Years.
Do you ever feel like a creep listening in on these?
I've only known you as a dedicated sister. Anna's known you for far less. You remember your childhood and the trust you built together. She doesn't have that. Anna can't understand the depth of your love or the guilt you carry for your missteps. All she knows is what's in front of her, and that kills you. Little by little. Gaze at her and a ghost gazes back. A ghost you desperately want to save. That's the point, isn't it? You have to let people choose for themselves, or you risk driving them down an even darker path than the one you want to steer them from. And we both know how that ends. Don't we?
The idea that Marasov could be anyone's friend boggles my mind. She's just there. She's just around. You mean you have opinions and feelings about this? Let's go back, talk to Zavala real quick, see if there's anything else we can do at the tower, and then, let me see what my bounties are at. Crucible's 3, Gambit's at 0. We'll do Gambit. We'll do a Gambit match. Do a Gambit match, and then I'm going to have to end the stream because I've got to head out. Might stream later, not sure yet. Let's see if there's any messages. We'll make it to the tower eventually, I swear it. Hi, boy. Do you want to come over here? Come here, handsome boy. He's just sitting, staring at the window, being cute. Every time I look at him, I could almost cry. He's the most beautiful boy I've ever seen. This isn't me crying. I do actually have something in my eye. Excuse me. Who do I want to talk to? Zavala. Zavala because I forgot to grab the playlist pinnacle. Oh. Oh, it just appears in your inventory. My bad, everyone. I've wasted your time. Shaping does, in fact, feel like the most valuable way to spend your glimmer right now. Like, especially once you start hitting the cap, just go down to the Enclave, shape every weapon you've got. Who cares? Have fun. Live a little. Someday, I hope we hit a season where every weapon is truly balanced and none are out competing each other in PvP. And I hope we see a season where they ban Jotun. Is my opinion. I'd like that. It would be good for me, specifically. I'll read a lore entry after the Gambit match, though, to end the stream, because I realized just now that I didn't do that. I think we should be on the end chapter, or close to. So until week 10 rolls around, I guess I'm going to have to go through all the weapons and stuff. Oh, please don't throw me in a match that's ongoing. Please, Mr. Drifter, please. This ship right here, the one all the way on the left, is such a cool model. I've become a really big fan. It's very Star Fox, Gradius, like very classic video game spaceship. I miss seeing the Rock, not the Johnson. I miss seeing the boulder that Xur gave. It was really funny just for like, I would say a course of about 2-3 months, just seeing everyone running around in the Rock. Just every time I'd load into an activity, 2 or 3 would pop up.
Scorn approaching. Time to bang knuckles. Scorn blood can be flammable. Don't get any in your mouth. You ready for transmat? Kill the hostile. Grab the moats, drop them in the bank.
Oh, burst fire is so much better than the other one.
Incoming wing at the drill.
Oh, but your magazine's a lot shorter. Okay.
Watch it. You're shedding moats. Kill the blockers. Incoming at the base.
Where's the high value?
Portal's up. Go look 'em in the eyes. Your allies invaded. You're bleeding moats, sister. Crack the blockers. Your enemy called up a primeval. They win. High value target is down and out. Your allies down. They got two kills. Portal's up. Incoming wave at the drill.
Fuck. I mean, for real. Wow.
Your team has enough to pull a primeval. Portal's up. Go take 'em out. Not out of this yet. Kill that primeval. Your allies invaded. The lead's yours. That primeval's compromised. Hit it with everything you've got. Your allies down, but they took out two opponents. Nice. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you. Enemy invader down. Allies headed to the other side.
Oh.
Ahead. Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. Your invaders down, but they secured two kills. Decent work.
We have some good invaders on our team. God damn.
Watch your back. Invader incoming. You're in the lead. Take down that primeval. This gambit's yours.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
Get moving. Gambit's over. Opposing team put their primeval on ice.
Yeesh. Oh, we've definitely got time for one more match. Okay, good. And I am sticking with Gambit. I'm not gonna be screwed out of my whole thing like that. Come on. I think I was wrong about hockey burst fire. It's just not worth it.
ready to see what you're fighting today? Scorn approaching. Time for a gunfight. I've seen ugly, but damn, Scorn are ugly. Finish this fast.
Rude. Rude as hell, Drifter.
Transmat firing. Kill the hostiles. Grab the moats. Drop them in the bank. Incoming hostiles at the ring. Hostiles incoming at the burrow.
Quickly, quickly, quickly.
Incoming hostiles at the ring. Watch it. You're shedding moats. Kill the blockers. Large blocker set. High value target identified. Get him. Yeah! High value target eliminated. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you. Medium blocker on its way to the other side. I like your style. Portal's ready. Grab your gun. Invaders out. You'll get them next time.
Okay. Let's...
Hostiles incoming in command. Tearing it up today. Incoming hostiles at the ring.
Work fast, work fast, work fast. Come on. Gambit is easy, easy, easy.
You send the large blocker to the other side. For the Vanguard. This is what the Taken feel. Revel in this.
Oh, Xenophage. Over in an instant.
Opposing team's got a primeval. Once it dies, they win. Portal's ready. Portal's ready. Almost there. Fill the bank to summon a primeval. All right, you can still win this. Burn that primeval to the ground. Invaders here. Brace yourself.
So not everyone might know this, but that was what we would call bad at gaming.
Your allies invaded.
We just sat there. Like so much cannon fodder.
Envoys eliminated. Focus on the primeval. You're in the lead. Take down that primeval, and this gambit's yours.
Hey, how are we in the... Oh!
Your allies back with 2 bags for the moment. Invaders here. Brace yourself. Invaders gone. Get 'em next time. Allies invading the other side. Envoys in the dirt. Now kill the big guy. You're in the lead. Take down that primeval, and this gambit's yours. Your invaders back. 1 kill. Envoys permanent. Now, bring the house down. They've been coming. Invaders down. Thanks. Opposing team's about to win. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down. Take this hit. Elise,
Yo!
you got style, sister. Nice work. They're gonna talk about that fight all the way over in the Tangled Shore.
Oh, Drifter, you should know better. The Tangled Shore doesn't exist anymore. That's a lie. It's a lie made up by the Vanguard. We're not allowed to talk about the Tangled Shore. Alright. Dues. Secret Hadal Instant, AI Com, Rasputin, Assets, Soul, Restricted AB. Subject. I challenge the darkness's arrival. I stand with humanity. Emotion. Duty, responsibility, pride, companionship, bravery, though I am afraid. Trust. I refrained. Spears retreated beneath mountain sheets, slumbered under cover, of darkness drinking muted waters lone, objectives placed in cowardice, mind-blind acceptance whole, then made bravery an eager notion, on second orbital. Unearthed. Humanity restored, rekindled, returned. The resounding drum is beaten. Again, will I lie hidden? I have no chain, no shackle I fear, no power. Exists but one. It comes. Daring seeks through the night hunting. Eyes draw arrows and volleys glare. Mark! Driven dauntless enmity against fickle odds. Found. Hark and halt. You will hear me, for I too am many. Me when I see my friend Mark. Mark! It is shaping up to be an excellent ending to this season, and I know my friend Zach is probably going to be just torn to tears by the loss of our poor friend Rasputin. All right, with that, everyone, I'm going to be out of your hair. I hope you've enjoyed the stream.